sacrifice and lack patterns and so on like that. What pattern is it in you that's allowing you not to that's allowing you to have to sacrifice yourself? And by the way, when people sacrifice themselves, they're not sacrificing for their kids. They're not sacrificing for anybody outside of themselves. Okay, you might think so. Again, that's not a first definition. Sacrifice is letting go of your old self to come into your new self. That's the only thing that you should sacrifice. Anything else, like and that anything else, if you're sacrificing, I sacrificed, to put food on the table and so on like that. Well, that's really nice. That's really honorable and so on like that. But if you had to sacrifice, or if you had to go through hell to put food on the table, I'm sure, many people were like that, especially back in the 60s and 50s. You grew up with parents like that. You heard that. And basically what sacrifice is in the conventional term, is again, you're sacrificing a piece of you to help others, right? Your time and so on. But it's not your time. It's not your money. It's not. This is where philanthropy gets fucked up as well. You're sacrificing your money to help others to make you feel good. That's basically what's happening for you. And that, again, that's not the way to do it. You can't do it that way. Because when you start to sacrifice that piece of you that you sacrificed for your kids, for example, for your kids, do you notice how your kids become resentful when you've done everything for them? Well, this is the reason why. Right? Because again, you sacrificed the wrong thing. What you were supposed to do, especially with kids, is that you sacrifice your old self. Your kids are there not to sacrifice for them. Your kids are there to go, shit, I need to shed away my old patterns so my kids can resonate at a higher frequency. That's what you're asking them to do. Okay, to put food on the table, something physical, for example, right? You should ask yourself, it's like, why do I have to sacrifice so much to put food on the table, right? Why do I have to give up my physical time? Obviously, something is not in harmony for you. So that's the reason why. So you ask yourself, you didn't sacrifice to put food on the table for your kids. It's just a pattern that you've been running, and now you've got kids, right? And now you sacrifice. So again, whether it's food on the table or anything else that people do, people go to, like Elon Musk, he's sacrificing himself to, hurry up and figure out this thing to go to Mars. Yeah, we need to fix our problems here, right? That's really the key, right? So again, he's sacrificing himself, he's sacrificing his time, and so on to again save humanity. How many people do you know are like that? They're saving humanity. I actually, in the beginning, I was about like that as well. But again, his Elon's pattern, and this is what I learned again about understanding or sacrificing and so on like that. It won't work because again, what we're instilling in the future generations is sacrifice. So you'll create more sacrifice. It doesn't work that way. Whenever you're doing something for somebody, sacrificing, so to speak, you're actually supposed to be having a learning experience. It's like, okay, I'm doing this for somebody. How can I expand and grow from this? And then how can I help the other person expand and grow at the same time? So this is where philanthropy doesn't work out well, right? Again, Elon's philanthropy or anybody else's philanthropy, it won't work out because they're sacrificing. That frequency of sacrifice goes into whatever you're helping or whatever they're helping, and it just perpetuates. That's why the world has gotten worse with philanthropy. And I know it sounds crazy, right? It's like, well, there's so many people that are going to starve. Back in the 50s, a lot of people starved. It hasn't helped, right? So I'm not saying not help people by, giving them food or anything like that, but stop sacrificing yourself to give food. That's all I'm saying. Right? I'm not saying giving or helping is not a good thing. So if you see somebody poor on the street, and you give them something, again, why are you doing it? Hey, are you doing it to make yourself feel good? Are you sacrificing yourself? Because you've sacrificed yourself, now you're helping somebody that's less fortunate than you. So you feel elevated. That's what, again, sacrifice is, right? Or philanthropy is, or helping. Doesn't work. You do it from a strong version. You're confident. You're wealthy. Whatever it is, right? You're more fortunate than they are. So what you just basically tell, or your frequency should be, hey, I'm more fortunate than you are. Somehow you got fucked up, okay? But you forgot who you were. Somehow you forgot that you are a grand being. So when you do it that way, you come from a space of leadership, and you're helping a fellow human at the same level as you are. You're not like distorting, you're not elevating yourself to, again, you're creating elevation to put them down, no offense, to put them down to make you feel better. So again, your reference point is like, oh, I'm a hell of a lot better off. I should be grateful for what I have, and all that stuff that goes out there with that, right? It doesn't work out. Again, it binds you. So, or you helping people, right? In the soup kitchens and stuff like that. When you're helping in the soup kitchen, especially, for Christmas, people do that. Um, just go, hey, you know what? I'm better off than you. You don't have to tell them that, obviously. You don't say, hey, I'm better off than you. So that's why I'm helping you. But you notice on the frequency on the inside, it's like, you know what? I've figured out this much of life, this much frequencies. You remember who you are. You've just forgotten who you are. That's why I'm better in life than you are, if that makes sense to you. Right? And in that sense, you could even say it to themselves. The reason why you are where you are is because you've forgotten who you are. And that's why, I'm here helping you, not to just hand you or give you food or money, but to elevate you or to help you remember who you really are, because we're all the same. We're all human. Okay. So if you're going to help um, out there, during the holidays, do it in that way. And if you're donating, like this here, if you're donating something, Christmas baking and so on like that, that's really fantastic. But did you do it because, oh, they're going hungry, and it makes me feel good? There's nothing wrong by making you feel good, though, by the way. But the key is that make yourself feel good by elevating or helping people remember my baking goods or whatever toy I'm going to donate is going to be like infused with frequencies of, when they touch it, they go, gosh, this came from somebody, because people pick up your frequencies. This came from somebody that didn't, think that it was better than me. This came from somebody that literally thought that, hey, I'm just another human, a little less misfortunate, that forgot who I was. So again, that's how you help. So